Stephen Curry is officially the record holder for the most three-pointers made in NBA history. He was already widely regarded as the greatest shooter ever, but now it is indisputable. Stephen Curry is still playing basketball at the highest level, and he isn't showing any signs of slowing down. Now that he has the record, how far can he go? Stephen Curry has racked up 2,977 three-pointers through his 13 seasons in the league, including this season. During his career, Stephen Curry has made by far the best shooting performances ever. In 2013, Stephen Curry lit up Madison Square Garden and scored 54 points while drilling 11 three-pointers that night. Later that season, he passed Ray Allen in the most three-pointers made in one season, as he made 272 threes that season. In 2015, he broke his own record and made 286 three-pointers. In February of that season, he faced off against the Dallas Mavericks and scored 51 points to go with 10 three-pointers. In 2016, Curry had arguably the best individual season in NBA history. He would go on to shatter his own record once again and made 402 three-pointers that season. In 2016, he played an iconic game against the Oklahoma City Thunder and scored 46 points to go with 12 three-pointers, as one of those threes was the game winner from almost half court. In 2021, Stephen Curry was on pace to break his own record of total three-pointers made in a season, but that got cut short. In his career so far, Stephen Curry has by far the most games with at least 10 three-pointers made at 22. Klay Thompson is in second place, and that is a huge drop-off. And now, he has passed Ray Allen for making the most three-pointers in NBA history. That feat is already incredible, but it is more impressive than you think. He did this on 526 less attempts than Ray Allen, and did so in the fewest number of games than the 8 people following him. Stephen Curry is so good at his craft that he changed the game forever. He was the best player on the small ball lineup that many teams try to replicate, and you have countless players pulling up from the logo. He is still in his prime, and that is just crazy. Let's hear what Reggie Miller thinks about this.
At one point, I didn't think anyone would get anywhere close to over 2,900. Now I'm starting to think Stephen is going to shatter this record. So Stephen, after you get the record, what's next? Obviously more championships.
More championships, more threes, more everything, I think, because you want to see how far you can push it. How many threes can you get in? Who knows what the number could be when it's all said and done, and I'll have to let that speak for itself.
So let's find out where Steph may end up at and how many three-pointers he can rack up throughout his career. Stephen Curry has currently made 2,977 in his career. So far this season, he's averaging 5.4 three-pointers a game, and assuming he misses 10 games this season, he will play for 46 more games. That means he will make 248 more three-pointers this year and will finish the 2022 NBA season with 388 total three-pointers made. This season, he is shooting an amazing 41.3% from three, but it is lower than his career average, so he could knock down more shots than that. In the 2023 NBA season, I don't expect Curry to regress. Even though he will be 34 years old going into the season, his game is centered around shooting, and that ages really well. Some of the greatest shooters ever have long careers and long primes. Ray Allen had an 18-year NBA career, JJ Redick had a 15-year career, Kyle Korver had a 17-year career, Reggie Miller had an 18-year career, just to name a few. Steph Curry's conditioning is through the roof as he is constantly running around and never seems to get tired. No matter how long the game is, he's always able to move off ball and shoot a deep three effortlessly. Throughout his career, he has averaged 64 games per season. That includes his ankle injuries early in his career and the broken hand in 2020 and the shortened season last year. If you exclude those years, he has averaged 74 games per season. From 2016 to today, Stephen Curry has averaged 4.8 three-pointers a game. So in 2023, we're going to assume Steph Curry plays 65 games a season and he is still in his prime. He will start the season with 3,225 three-pointers and will end this season with 3,537. I think in 2024, that is the season where we will begin to see a small decline in his game, and I mean small. Curry's game will age very well, so I think his decline will start here and he will regress very slowly. Instead of averaging 4.8 3-pointers a game, he will average 4.33. I got to this number because throughout Steph's career, about half of his points have come from 3-pointers. That means I can take my estimate amount of points he will average and figure out the number of threes he will make. In 2024, I think he will average 26 points a game, so that comes out to be 4.33 3-pointers a night. So in the 2024 NBA season, he will rack up 281 3-pointers, and that will come to a total of 3,818 career 3-pointers. Going into the 2025 season, Stephen Curry will be 36 years old. I think Steph will average 24.5 points a game. That would amount to 4.01 3-pointers a game. That would make his total career 3-pointers 4,079. At this point, Stephen Curry will be the first player to ever hit 4,000 career 3-pointers. Within years, he will already be over 1,000 3-pointers ahead of Ray Allen in second place. Around this point, I think Steph's body will take a hit. As good as his conditioning is, he won't be able to run around and play as many minutes as he used to. I think he will average 21.5 points a night in 2026, and that comes to 3.58 3-pointers a game. That means he would make 233 that season, and that would amount to 4,312 total career 3-pointers. Going into the 2027 NBA season, Steph Curry will be 38 years old. I do think that he will be reaching the end of his career, but he will still be a very, very productive player in the NBA. He will average 18.5 points a game, and that would come out to be 3.08 3-pointers a game. At this point, his total 3-pointers made in his career comes out to be 4,512. I think the 2028 NBA season is going to be his last season. Compared to some recently retired legends, a 19-year NBA career isn't that crazy. Some legends have played for 20 years and sometimes even more. With a skill set prioritizing shooting, shouldn't he play a little bit longer than them? The thing is, players like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Kevin Garnett came into the league straight from high school. Curry came into the league at 21 years old. So for his age, he will still be playing a bit longer than the many of the retired NBA legends. He will be 39 years old, and just to put that into perspective, that is the same age as Tim Duncan in his last year, Dirk in his second last year, and that's 2 years older than Wade and Kobe's last seasons. Although LeBron isn't retired, he will be that old in 2 years, and it looks like he will play longer than that. In the 2028 NBA season, I think Curry will average 16.5 points a night, and that comes out to be 2.75 threes a night. That means Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, will rack up a total of 4,691 3-pointers throughout his entire career. The crazy thing is that I've been fairly conservative with the numbers I used to get to his total career 3-pointers. He will probably average more than 65 games a season, and he could definitely exceed my projections. Let's take a look at the updated list of the players with the most total made 3-pointers. Stephen Curry will be 1,718 3-pointers ahead of Ray Allen in second place. Just to put that into perspective, the difference between Steph and second place would be greater than the amount of 3-pointers Kevin Durant made so far in his career. That is insane. There are two players that are active on this list, in James Harden and Damian Lillard, but I don't think that they will be able to catch up to Steph. Matter of fact, I don't think there's anyone in the league that has a shot at catching up to him. Dame, Harden, and Clay are already too late in their career, and after them, who else is there? Buddy Hield or Duncan Robinson? I don't think this record is going to be touched in a long time. This record is one of the most impressive feats that a player can accomplish, and there's a good chance that the person to break this record isn't even born yet. And that's if the record gets broken. There's also a chance that the all-time 3-point record will never be touched. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, Leave a like as it helps me a lot. I read every single comment, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe for future basketball content, and thank you for watching.